Panditarama Forest Meditation Center second Jane Yachok said to the Yasakan for where Canada Yinya Shabia Yola Jaki Yelenamia Domaru Yuti Elimia Leo Moye Shiko Buzo Pumio Mali Yokodo Panama Kutukan Serenari Swan Anu Wajao Bawa Sesega Laipa Lado Loa Doda Moa a twin Yanogo Buddha Nija Pilatamari Pinya Chitika Tumya Tazarada Pesa Naive Pilita Miago on Workane of Jusa Atu Najabase.
Sayadaw makes the wish that all of you who have come together in unity to this 17th special retreat at Panditarama Forest Center at this opening ceremony by virtue of the intention or cetana of paying respects to the triple gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. May you be able to overcome the kilesas of greed, hatred, and delusion, lobha, dosa, and moha, which have been following you throughout many lifetimes. May you be able to use the method of the Buddha, the three trainings of Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, morality, concentration, and wisdom, to dispel these kilesas bit by bit and celebrate a victory ceremony over them. Please say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Program number 3 is on behalf of Panditarama family. Who is the God will get the work and speech?
Yeah, so is Shubhatila can you give a law?
May you say Babuya.
It's a Jodore.
Mama. So the yogis have not yet taken the 8 precepts, which was supposed to be number 2 on the list. So, Aku.
Nuda Mutami Yogi Shibati can you Mahima Piata.
The second item on the ceremony called for the male and female yogis, the lay people, to take the 8 precepts.
Here you go.
Starting with Aham.
Ambali Tisarinas.
So please repeat after me. Aham Bante Tisaranina Saha Ataka Samanagatan Uposata Silam Dhammam Yachami Anukaham Katawa Silam Dita Nebante Dutiyampi Aham Bante Tisaranena Saha Atanga Samanagatam Uposata Silam Dhammam Yachami Anugaham Katawa Silam Dita Nebhante Tatiyampi Aham Bhante Tisaranena Saha Atanga Samanagatam Uposata Silam Dhammam Yachami Anugahan Katawa Silang Deta Medhante
Yamodami Taurita
Amabhante. Sayadawgyi said, please repeat after him, and we all say Amabhante, which means yes, Venerable Sir. Amabhante. So we have to start.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Translate.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one is what we just recited.
Techo Paya Mako Vere Pogorido Light Sobo Mulubabu Yogire Pogorido Light Sobo.
So people who don't believe in the Buddha, they don't need to recite this. Just people who have faith in the Buddha should recite this. People should not feel compelled if they do not have this Buddhist faith. Sayadawgyi is not forcing you to recite. He's just, if you agree, then he's happy if you recite.
So, Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Buddham Saranam Gacchami. So this too, I take refuge. I approach the Buddha as a refuge. I think of the Buddha as my refuge. This is not necessary to recite. You're not being forced to recite it if you don't agree.
Dhammam Saranam Gacchami.
Dhammam Saranam Gacchami.
Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Tutiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Tutiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Tutiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami.
Tutiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami.
Tutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Tutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Sarana Gamanam Paripunam.
That means what we just recited. As you know, for the first, second, third time, I take refuge. I approach the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. I think of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha as a refuge. And finishing that, Sayadawgyi said, taking of refuge is complete. And we all answered, yes, Venerable Sir.
တရားထုတ်တဲ့ကံမှာငါးပါးသီလနဲ့လုံလောက်ပါတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့လို့7 ပါးဥပုသ္သလနဲ့နေပြီးတော့တရားထုတ်ရတော့ပို့ပြီးတော့ကောင်းပါတယ်ဒါကြောင့်မလို့အမျိုးသားမျိုးသမီးများ7 ပါးဥပုသ္သလနဲ့သီလဆောက်တည်ရပါတယ်ဆိုကြဖို့ပဏတိပါဒ
So Sayadawgyi said that if you're satisfied to do this, then we'll take the 8 precepts. Although for meditation, 5 precepts is enough. However, the 8 precepts is more virtuous, has more dignity, and therefore we take it for this retreat. Please repeat after Sayadawgyi. Okay. So please repeat after me. Panditarama Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Adena. Okay. The first precept says, I take the precept to refrain from taking life. The second precept. Adena dana Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. I take the precept to refrain from taking another's possessions without permission. Brahmacharya Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. I take the precept to refrain from sexual relationships. Musavada Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. I take the precept to refrain from lying. Sorry. You don't make me about it, yeah. Surameraya Vaja Hamaratana Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. I take the precept to refrain from alcohol, drinking, drugs, and so on, which lead to forgetfulness. Vikala bhojana Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. I take the precept to refrain from eating from noon of one day until dawn of the next day. Nacha Gita Vadita Visukadasana Malaganda Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusanatana Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. In essence, I take the precept to refrain from entertainment, beautification, and adornment. That is, listening to music deliberately, turning the radio on, and so on, wearing makeup, and wearing jewelry. Ota Sayana Mahasi Vairamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. I take the precept to refrain from sleeping or sitting on a high, luxurious, wide place.
Idame silam Magga phala jnanasa Pacayo Hotu.
May this sila of ours, this moral code of ours, be the cause for realization of Nibbana.
Appamadena sambhadita.
May you please practice the 3 trainings of Sila, Samadhi, and Anya diligently.
Saungdena saungbo, mapchakwe malehinto appamada, tadi tiyapshin, mimido ye achinteka, tongyogo, ipisongao, atu nanjabase lo, sutaune tawababan.
What Sayadawgyi recited is basically a wish that you be able to carry out the 3 trainings, each on your own, of Sila, Samadhi, and Anya, with the Dhamma of Appamada or Sati. That means to not fail to avoid the things that should be avoided, to not fail to do the things that should be done. This is Appamada. And may you be able to work in this way to carry out the 3 trainings to completion. So you can say SADHU again. SADHU, SADHU, SADHU.
Panditarama Forest Meditation Center 60 second body today starting with the Punapare. He started Punapama Pujiga Tawashida Daimoli Kawayaga Yauda Jade Suyu Nata Tonda Tosate Pogoligo Dhamma Suyu Dhamma Tuita Neboli Boido ဝန်တာအောင်လို့ဆိုပါတယ်ပြီးတော့ဓမ္မသွေးသားအရေးချာကြီးဖြစ်နေအောင်လို့ဘုန်းကြီးတို့ပေးတဲ့ဓမ္မလက်ဆောင်ကိုယူသည်လေးလေးဆဆစစ်စစ်ဆဆအသုံးချနိုင်ကြပါစေလို့ညွှန်လင့်ပါတယ်
Here at the opening ceremony for the 17th annual 60-day retreat at Panditarama Forest Center. Today is the beginning of the retreat, and Sayadawgyi, according to his responsibility, is greeting all the yogis who come from all over the world who are related to him on 2 or 3 levels, and he wants to greet people who are coming here in order to be able to become related by the blood of the Dhamma. He welcomes everyone and he trusts that this Dhamma gift that he will give is something that you will use with respect, with great care, and without taking a break.
Asha Taita Senior Solution Alolo Suyu Tundaka to Sabita Pipare Shasha Yoga Taita Mariga Taita Africa Taita Lele Sabu Suyeno Suyu Nata Alulu to Sabita Chindivaya.
So, as Sayadawgyi and the monks here are Asian, he is automatically related to those of you who come from Asia on 3 levels. And as far as people who come from the European continent or America or Africa, he is related with you automatically on 2 levels.
Boyidu Aja Taitari Solution Yimi Chani Lo Yumu Kweli on level Sagani Yijimu Kweli on level Asa Tuega to Dubawe Isham Blacker to Dubawe Tamalo Asha Swimu to Satel Suavare Asha Tui Sanivare. ပြီးတော့ကဘာကြီးပေါ်မှာပဲလူသားအချင်းချင်းတူမြတ်တဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဖြစ်နေတော့ကဘာဆွေမျိုးပေါ်ဒီ world relative royal blood တော့ဆက်ပါတယ်ဘုန်းကြီးတို့ဗုဒ္ဓအလိုဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဟိုလုံခဲ့တဲ့ဘဝပေါင်းများစွာကတူဦးနဲ့တူဦးဟာပေါ့လေကာမိချင်းသာဖချင်းညီကိုဝန်ဝါချင်းဆွေမျိုးတွေတော်ဆက်ခဲ့တယ်လို့ဘုန်းကြီးတို့ဘုရားကဟောထားပါတယ်ဆွေမျိုးမတက်ဆက်ဘူးတာမရှိဘူးလို့ဒီလိုလည်းမကြားပါနဲ့အဲတော့ဘုရားစကားကိုယုံကြည်သောအဖြစ်ဘုန်းကြီးတို့တွေဟာစံစာရလက်တိစံစာရဆွေမျိုးတော်ဆက်ခဲ့တဲ့အရေးချာတွေပါလို့ဒီလိုဆိုရမှာပါပဲဒါကအာရှတိုက်သားချင်းအလိုလိုဆွေမျိုးတော်ဆက်ပုံကိုဘုန်းကြီးရှင်းပြရတာပါ
Sayadawgyi is Asian, and with other Asians, although we have our land is different, the water or land may come between us, the language, the culture may be different. As Asians, having the blood of Asia, we are the same, and therefore we are considered Asian relatives. As human beings together on the world, we are the same, therefore we are considered world relatives. We are related by the blood of the world. And according to the Buddha, all of us have lived many, many lifetimes together before in this universe. And we've been related in many ways, as mother and child, as husband, wife, as son and daughter, brother and sisters, and so on. So according to the Buddha, there is no one with whom we have not been related to before. And the monks have faith in this. Believing this, we consider that we are related samsara relatives, related in samsara. And this explanation shows how Asians, together with Sayadawgyi, are related, the different ways in which the Asian people here are related.
America Taita, Europa Taita, and Africa Taita, Ashate Setwe, Lunero, Turutuguro, Asha Swimu, Tosata of Nopong, Tudo Kavat Swimu, Tandra Swimu, Swimu Natato, Tosate Pugurelo, Puido Yukizava, Lekantavare.
So, for people who are from the U.S., from Europe, from Africa, Sayadawgyi is not related to you as a fellow Asian. We don't have this level of relationship. But we are related as world relatives, beings on the planet together, and we are related throughout samsara. And Sayadawgyi believes and accepts this.
Hello, Lolo, Suyu, Tonda, Suyu, that was that day. Asat Suyu, Asat Etari, Robert Etari, America Etari, America Etari. For you to go, the man less from Gownie level. Choose a good yard. The man less from Gownie level. No, net. Let's hand jam a pogori, significant a pogori, whatever. Pierre me, Surabali, Chuviro, what and Jabare. Todo a testy say an inner of table of Obagu. Swim you and in a table of a poiro at the Lumantabare.
So, when Sayadawgyi has the chance to greet people, all of you who are related to him automatically on 3 or at least 2 levels, all of you from Asia, Europe, America, Africa, when Sayadawgyi has this chance to give the good gift of the Dhamma, and when you are here ready to receive it, this makes Sayadawgyi very happy right at the beginning. And when he gives this gift of Dhamma, it's not as though he's giving it to you from on high like a teacher who's very high above you. He's giving it to you as a relative, as one relative to another.
Dhamma Swinu Sura Zazuma Dhamma Theokulero Nenali for Biobiase Nesaviaga Dhamma Lu Totavare Dilema Gomire Devigaro You Jare and Kiss on your Boko Outdamajaya Aulo So much higher the boy. Eddie the boy. 30 sheet. The sorry 30 sheet. Chili man, Chilo Yashire. A Julia the boy go. Palidu Damalo cover.
In the phrase Dhamma relatives, Sayadawgyi would like to say a little bit about the meaning of the word Dhamma. Dhamma is a word used by the Buddha, and it has a hidden meaning. And this meaning is that it is something which carries, which elevates, which bears the person who practices according to the instructions of the Dhamma. A method which has this quality, the capability of being able to elevate those who practice the method, is called Dhamma in Pali.
Ethical Dhamma, Yoga, Tulu, the water, Yo, you do, Dilo Kanano, we are the home. Nilana Penimara Buddha Sabiga Piata, Buddha Hoda Taiwali, Nilana Puyo Penimare. The Layote Pogoli, Jamaya, or no, the Lord of Pinham. Buddha Nija Pere Nilango, you did say Sasa. The Pulla Machia Boli, Yana Mabubene, Nima no, Lekan, Dono Chino, Poido Pia Pogore, take one time.
This Dhamma This type of thing is not a material thing which Sayadawgyi or anyone can just give to you. What he can give you is the method that the Buddha taught. And with this method, you can follow it and you can attain the Dhamma. So he can't just give you the Dhamma as a thing outright. But with this method, if you take it, if you accept it, cherish it, and put it to use with great care, then Sayadawgyi will be very happy. So this gift is not a gift that you should put away into a glass case. It is something that you should use as soon as you get it. And if you use it precisely, then it is guaranteed, Sayadawgyi guarantees that your life will become better and better, stage by stage. No one likes their situation to decline. Everyone likes their life to become better and better, and they want it to be as high level as possible. So this is not something that we can get for free. We have to practice. So once we have the method, then we must apply it practically. The Buddha pointed out the method to use. And Sayadaw said, although all he can do is point out the method, he also, of course, he and the people here have to take care to provide the things that you need, the support. That much we can do. And when Sayadawgyi sees that people who know the virtues of the Dhamma, know its virtues, cherish it, and through careful, respectful practice, find this Dhamma for themselves, then Sayadawgyi will be very happy to see this. And you and he will get the benefit. He will feel that it's then worthwhile to give this gift when he sees that people put it into practice and then gain the Dhamma. And also you will have gotten the benefit of applying the practice.
Panditarama Forest Meditation Center ယူသေးသေးလေးလေးစားစားနဲ့စိတ်ဆက်ဆက်အထုကြတဲ့ယောဂီပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေပြန်ကန်ကြီးကြတော့ဘုန်းကြီးများနဲ့တွေ့ဆုံပါတယ်ဘုန်းကြီးပေးတဲ့ဟာတွေသူတို့ရိုးရိုးလေးဖြေကြတယ်ဒီမှာရေလျှောက်ဆက်စကားလားတရားထုတ်ရတာစိတ်แท้ဘယ်လိုခံစားရပါသလဲစိတ်ပြောင်းလဲမှုတွေဘယ်လိုရှိပါသလဲဆိုတော့ဘုန်းကြီးကလည်းရိုးရိုးပဲပြီးပါတယ်သူတို့ဖြေပုံလေးတွေကတပိတော့တော့တည်းအခုမှစသတ်တောက်တတ်သွားတယ်ဒီလိုလေးဖြေကြတာရှိပါတယ်အခုမှပဲသူတို့လေတက်ထိုင်တတ်သွားတယ်လေတက်ထိုင်တတ်သွားတယ်ဆိုတာလူလိုအချင်းလူလိုစိတ်ထားလူသိညာရှိပြီးတော့လူလေတက်ထိုင်တတ်သွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အထိပ္ပယ်မျိုးပါပဲတချို့ကလည်းအခုမှနေစရာအိမ်ရသွားတယ်တဲ့ဒီလိုဖြစ်ပါတယ်တချို့ကတော့ဒီလာရောက်ပြီးတော့အထုရတာဟာအခုလက်တွေ့အထုနေရတဲ့သတိပဋ္ဌာန်ဘာဝနာတရားအကောင်းဆုံးလက်ဆောင်ပဲပေါ့လေကိလေသာတို့ပယ်တရေးမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အထက်မြတ်ဆုံးပဲဒီလိုလည်းပဲပြောကြပါလေသူကတော့ရိုးရိုးလေးပါပဲသူကတော့ဒီတော့ဗမာပြည်အကောင်းဆုံးထွက်ကုန်ဟာအခုလောလောဆယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လက်တွေ့ကျင့်သုံးရတဲ့သတိပဋ္ဌာန်တရားဟာဗမာပြည်အကောင်းဆုံးထွက်ကုန်လို့ထွက်ကုန်သဘောမျိုးဖြစ်နေပါတယ်တဲ့အဲ့လိုပြောသွားကြပါတယ်
In previous years, there were some foreign yogis who practiced with respect, great care, and without break, continuously. And at the end of their retreat, they came to see Sayadawgyi. He asked them, "How do you feel now that you've practiced here? How has your mind changed?" And they answered in a very simple way. They said, only now are we able to eat and drink. Only now are we able to live. This means that only now can they live like real human beings, with a humane attitude and with special human knowledge. They said, now we have a home, a place to live. This method of satipatthana that we practice is the best gift. To dispel the kilesas, the defilements, is the best thing. And they also say, these days, the best export that this country has is the practice of satipatthana.
Taniyama taniya khii twa de khama ku kha so lo shi yin yi myow so athong pyu yare လက်ရကံမောင်းတဲ့နိုင်ငံလည်းရှိတယ်လက်ဝဲကံမောင်းတဲ့နိုင်ငံလည်းရှိတယ်ဘယ်လိုပဲဖြစ်စေတတ်မှတ်ထားတဲ့အတိုင်းပေါ့လေဒီပိုင်ရှိတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ဟာတဏှာမှတဏှာခီးသွားဖို့ကြုံလာပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီအသုံးပြုရတယ်ဒီကြောတိုင်းလည်းရတယ်ဒီရှိကနားလည်းရတယ်နှုတ်အထူးသတ်မှတ်ထားတဲ့နေရာမှာအဲ့ဒီနှုတ်တိုင်းမောင်းရတယ်အကွေလေးတွေမှာလည်းအထူးသတိထားပြီးတော့ကိုယ်ရတယ်အချက်ပြရောက်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီဝါပြရင်ဆက်ရှင်ကျော်သတိထားမိမိပြရင်ရမိစိတ်ပြရင်တော့သွားပါတဲ့အဲ့ဒါကိုယူသတိလုပ်လို့ရှိရင်ဘယ်တော့မှကိုယ်ကမှားလို့ခတ်တိုက်မှုဖြစ်နေမှာဘူးသို့သောသူများကမှားလို့လည်းပဲကိုယ်ရောခါတာမျိုးရှိပါတယ်ဘုရားတရားတော်ဒီတိုင်းပဲကိုယ်အတွက်လည်းကိုယ်လည်းမသက်သာသူတို့ဘာလည်းပဲထိခိုက်နေတာရဲ့အပြုမှုမျိုးအထူးရှောင်ရပါတယ်သူများကမှားလို့ကိုယ်ကရောခါတာလည်းဒါတွေလည်းအထူးသတိထားရပါတယ်အဲ့လိုသတိထားတတ်တဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ဟာခုန Katai who came the low to where Buddha Shabi had a Lanjao Daimoli. Some of the light Lansolo Shea, the China Pima Vesre, Saint Jet P1 body. You did a shop, Ranjan. City Sasa shop, Mayamana shop body, H.I. Revolution, the Red 1 year above it. Every time Lulu Shea, Lansono, you are out for a little body. He solo Shea, and to get Koyogo, let's see, do it for Mama Vedova, Yout of Mama Ved. It is about all you go, such another video. She got to her number of yogi solution. Take some of Shoko. Nay, we have not Shoko. Sisi Sasa Shoko. Though we have not Shoko, say Chow Leo. Mammy Mario Venaboli. Jintum Ato Thomas solution. Poiro to do her. Layate Puguri, only Tamas came you, not that Tamas to you to Satpamava. Eddie Tamas to you, Yi Shayaji, to such a no Puedo, Tamaku, paid at the wall of it. Say, I looked at the word of hope of Hello, Buddha Nija, Jesus, my Sayadawgyi over time. Kunas, sorry that he seated. Dhamma less how Layavi the Atuja the book of Yaga. You did say Sasa Mayamanaboli. Numa no, Lekan Kendo Najaba say, Lily in it, they do in a delay, poor where no concept as a Sundali Bade. Alucha Majavati.
There are various methods when we want to travel from one place to another. There are various ways to do this, and of course there's differences in driving. Some countries drive left, some countries drive right. But whenever we want to go somewhere, we use a vehicle most of the time, and we often use a car. So, when we're going on a trip by car, we have to observe, we have to stay in our lane. We have to observe, we have to see, okay, what are the indications on the road? What type of lines are defining the lane? What is the speed limit? When we come to a turn in the road, especially if it's a sharp turn, we have to take care. Slow down and then make our turn. And when we come to a traffic light, if the traffic sign is red, we need to come to a stop if the light is red. If the traffic light is yellow, we can proceed with caution, be ready to stop. And when the light is green, we can go ahead. So if we drive in this way when we're going on a trip, if we respect the rules of the road, we won't cause any accidents. No one will come to harm because of us. Sometimes there are drivers who do not follow the rules, and sometimes we might get hit by someone who's not keeping the rules. But at least we didn't cause the accident ourselves. The Buddha's method is like this. He established guidelines for what we need to avoid. We need to avoid those things which cause others harm or which bring harm to ourselves. And we should also avoid situations where we're likely to get into an accident because of the behavior of others. So the Buddha said, if you follow this method, if you follow the guidelines given by the practice, at the end of the road, there is a destination. This road leads to a destination, and this is the place that we want to go. if we practice respectfully, carefully, and if we keep on going, just keep our car going. If we're walking, keep on going one step after another, then we will reach that destination, and we will gain that which we want to gain. So we should have this attitude towards our practice here, that we're just going to keep on going straight ahead according to the practice, and we're going to apply the practice carefully, and also keep on going without stopping. And this is the job that we have when we take up this practice. So if we don't neglect to practice respectfully, to practice carefully, and to keep on going in this journey, we will reach the destination. And we will become related as Dhamma relatives. Sayadawgyi wants to become related to all of us by the blood of the Dhamma, and this is why he is explaining about the Dhamma. It's not because he wants to be a teacher per se. He wants to explain the method of the Buddha the way it was taught by the late most venerable Mahasi Sayadaw. And Sayadawgyi hopes that all the people who have come here will be able to accept this Dhamma gift, cherish it, and apply it with respect, meticulous care, and with keeping on going without taking breaks. So he hopes that you will be able to do this and realize your goal. May all of you be happy and peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Program number 5 is you close the ceremony.
Sayadawgyi U level.
Please wait a minute while we're going to distribute some.
Yeah, you too.